Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. We're gonna get straight into it. Today we are going to talk about the who, what, where, when, why of watermarks. Alright, watermarks are the cute little signatures or little clip art thingies, logos, whatever you want to call them, that you slap on top of your photos. A lot of people think that they need them for protection, that you need to slap a big watermark on your photo because you don't want somebody to steal it. Is there truth behind this? The first thing we will discuss is if you should watermark your photos. Do you think it's something that you need to do? A lot of people that watermark their photos seem to do it because they don't want their photos to get stolen. They don't want somebody to be browsing the internet to steal their photos, remove the watermark if it's a little one, or not have a watermark and then claim the photo as their own. This is unlikely because nobody wants your photos. Let's be real. Especially when you're learning, or even now, like I can't say ever that I've had somebody steal my photos. Maybe they have and I've just never seen it, but that's just not really something that people do. And honestly, a watermark most of the time is, if it's done correctly, is not going to stop them anyways. There are so many programs out there. It's a basic knowledge of Photoshop and Lightroom can remove that watermark. So it's really not, if your goal for your watermark is so that somebody isn't going to steal your photos, it needs to be big and bulky and it needs to ruin the photo. When you deliver a gallery to a client who maybe has to pick the photos they want to download, or they have to purchase things separately, I could see this being beneficial. And even that, like if you put such a big watermark over the photo, they can't even really see the photo. Like that would be the only one that would be beneficial, is just so big and obnoxious that if they screenshot it or try to download it anyways with this watermark, then it kind of ruins the photo. But they also can't really view their photos that way. Like if it's just a big giant logo right in the middle of the photo, are they even gonna fall in love with your photos? So I do think it's a chance you have to take, either using a smaller watermark or using something that doesn't necessarily ruin the photo. Some of those watermarks get a little overwhelming. I don't know how I would feel about picking out photos that have this big giant logo or the word sample or the word whatever. I don't know if I could love my photos as much, so it's definitely a chance that you have to take, but it's your call. So we also need to talk about the types of watermarks that you can do. So a lot of people will use a signature, a lot of people will put their whole logo onto their photos and then use those for web or whatever. I really like a signature. I really like a small, dainty signature. So I definitely watermark for web most of the time. Sometimes I don't. So I used to, Facebook used to do this weird thing where it would like compress your photos. I don't believe it does that anymore because I just upload whatever size photo I want and they tend to look kind of awesome. So I used to watermark when I would size down my photos, when I would make them smaller for Facebook. I'd throw a watermark on there and that I knew that was a web copy because it had a watermark on it. Now I just upload whatever, and so it's kind of rare when I have a watermark on a photo, but it is definitely just a signature. It's not anything crazy. I've had some crazy ones in the past, some very crazy ones, some big giant ones. The first one I ever had was just it was just a cute little signature, but I would put it massive on photos. It kind of, when you're starting out, it kind of feels cool. Like it feels like, dang, let me sign my photo. Like, you know, you sign paintings. However, you sign paintings, but you still sign them like all the way at the bottom, or hey, some painters even sign it on the back. Choosing something that's, if you're going to use one, choosing something that's a little more dainty. I don't think putting your logo, so I do agree in having a logo, like have a business logo. I don't agree with putting that whole logo in your watermark, especially if there's colors. That's a big pet peeve of mine, and a lot of photographers actually, is having a watermark that has like colors in it. It's not just black or white to match the photo. It's full on color. Like you have a signature. I used to have one actually. So I used to have and I'll actually show you the difference. So I used to have a logo that had kind of watercolor in the back, and it was like different colors, and then my signature was in front of it. So that was my logo. However, my watermark was just my name in the same font. So I took out the watercoloring and the colors because it's crazy, and especially a colored watermark on a black and white photo it looks dumb. Like, come on, like, you're ruining that photo. Like, nobody wants to steal the photo. There's really no reason for it. So instead of like enjoying this beautiful black and white moment you've created, everybody's like, why is that on there? Like, it ruins the photo. I don't care what you say, there might be other opinions on that. So if you're going to use a logo, make it black or white or both. Like, you know, some photos of white logo or white watermarks gonna look better than some photos of black watermarks gonna look better, but whatever. Make it monochrome, make it black or white, get rid of the colors. People still know it's you. Just, it's weird. We've talked a little bit now about what not to do, but let's talk about what to do. So let's say you are kind of in the process still of designing a watermark. So I recommend just picking a font that you like. There's all kinds of free font websites. I think 1001fonts.com. There's all kinds. There's actually, what is that called? Hold please. It's called Krella. And they do have a subscription program. However, they also have $1 fonts. So you pay $1 and you get this really cool font. Shoot, they have some that are packs. I think I got a pack of like 31 for $8 or something crazy. So they're just kind of new and they're fresh, and you can maybe find a font that other people aren't using or whatever, but it's just, that keeps it short and sweet. So if you still want to have a logo, maybe take your signature that you've made and put it with a logo, and that can be on all of your branding things, but still this signature on your, if you must watermark your stuff, just make it a tiny little signature that you've designed. I actually guess, so I've used a signature or some form of signature for a lot of years. Like, it's just kind of changed throughout. Like, it's always been kind of a cursive or some kind of like signature looking font, and I get asked, the one that I have now looks like a signature, and I get asked a lot if that's my signature. It is not my signature. I have a terrible signature. I would never put my actual signature on a photo because it looks ugly. So I just picked a font that I liked and I made this little watermark. The only time I use it is for branding and for every once in a while a web photo, but like I said, I don't really watermark much anymore, and people still don't steal my stuff. So the one and only benefit, I would say, to watermarking your photos, especially the ones that go online, would be that people can find you. Let's say you post something somewhere on the internet, who knows where, in a forum or whatever, having your watermark on it, if this picture, I mean, your name would be attached to it, but regardless, the only thing I would think a watermark would benefit from is they could find you. If they like this photo of yours, they know how to find you. So I know people save things to Pinterest and things kind of get ruffled up, and it might not, a direct link might not actually come back to you. So having a little tiny watermark on there, like on your blog photos or something, could benefit. They know your name, they know how to get to you, they know who took this photo, they can kind of find you and hunt you down. So that would be the one and only benefit. It's not going to stop people from stealing your photos. It's going to change the look of your photos. It's going to interrupt the art of your photo. Your photos aren't going to feel the same way with the big old watermark slabber all over the front of them. So I'm done complaining about watermarks now. If you have anything else to add to this, if you love your watermark, if you hate watermarks, if anything in between, share it in the comments. I would love to know your thoughts on watermarks, if you use them, if you don't use them, why or why not. If you don't know how to make a watermark and you'd like me to do a video, I think I will do a video maybe on how to make a tiny little signature watermark, because again, I like those are fine. Then I will do that. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do that. It's super easy. Lots of apps actually can help you do that. But alright, thank you so much for watching. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so that you can see my future videos. I will see you next time. Bye!